Getting this one started, and off we go from Gillette Stadium. And this will work out quite well. He'll get it all the way out to the 30-yard line. So here come the Patriots, and Greg, they are led by their second-year quarterback, the number 3 overall pick in 2024 out of North Carolina. It's Drake May.
There's just certain guys, Mike, when they take the field and they step into the huddle, the other 10 players, they just take a little bit of a deeper breath. They're like, man, I'm glad this guy is on our side, and he's certainly one of them. He just brings an element of confidence to everybody else around him, not only in the huddle, but on the sideline, on the defense, the coaching staff. Everyone is better as a result of him being the quarterback.
And they'll get about half what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
Project, this ain't what you want.
Now the former Buckeye, it's Travion Henderson. And nothing doing there. Only back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be an early 3rd down coming up.
He sniffed that one out from the jump. I mean, once he diagnosed and knew where the ball was going, he got there in a hurry, and he put an end to that play really before it ever got started.
3rd down, they need 5. Working out of the gun, it's May. This one broken up, it's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up, and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
And that's a nice job of getting to him, making sure that return was not going anywhere. So here come the Eagles, and they are led by the reigning Super Bowl MVP. What a season for Jalen Hurts. Took the Eagles to the mountaintop. Now his 6th season in the NFL.
Now, this is the type of quarterbacks that just give defensive coordinators nightmares. They stay up all night thinking, okay, what is the best way to defend him? Do we treat him as a runner? Do we treat him as a passer? And I think that's really where the most stress comes in, Mike, is you want to make sure you don't let him kill you with his legs downfield as a runner, but it's also his ability to extend plays as a passer that really creates a lot of stress on your back-end coverage, and that's where those big plays can come. So it's a big challenge. They know it, and we'll find out early on what the plan is.
From the 24 now, here is 2nd and 8. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. He'll get this complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. Hurts and Brown connect, and it's a 1st down for Philly.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
They'll fake the give. Now it's Hurts. Oh, a nice open field tackle there. He could not get free. They're going to stop him for no gain.
No gain on the way. Brings up 2nd and 10 at their 48-yard line.
2nd and 10. Operating from the gun, here's Hurts. Brought in by the tight end, Dallas Goedert. And they'll work this close to a 1st down, maybe just a tad short.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
And it looks like he's got enough for the 1st down. Let's wait for the mark. Yes, that run, that's enough to move the chains.
I know downs early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory, and certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
On play action, here's Hurts. That one thrown behind his target, and it'll be incomplete.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up 3rd down.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
They'll come up to 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. He'll try to run for it. Good job breaking the pocket and going for 14 yards, and most importantly, a 1st down.
That's another Eagles 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up 1st down.
Nice job pushing through the would-be tackler. Gain of about 3. 2nd down.
So these, Mike, are the body blow runs. They're not big gains, they're nothing fancy, but they really set that physical tone for the rest of the game, where now a good play caller can use some of these early runs to set up something a little bit bigger down the road.
On 2nd down, Hurts. That one pulled in by Brown. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point. And now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because
And he's in. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Here's Jake Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles will take a 7-0 lead.
7. Patriots nothing.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop. Patriots making their way back out. A number of uniforms through the years. At the Patriot days, for those who are old enough to remember. Now, this is their NFL rivalry-inspired combo. They call this Nor'easter. You gotta look real close, but there are 6 stars around the neckline. That is in reference to the 6 states of New England: Maine, Vermont, New Hampshire, Connecticut, Rhode Island, and of course, Massachusetts. Oh, it's also the 6 Super Bowl titles the Patriots have won. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And he's going to get this to the 37-yard line. That's the way to get started. A pick up of 17 and a very quick 1st down.
The ability to generate explosive plays is the greatest correlation with the ability to score points. So every defense nowadays is trying to say, cannot let them throw the ball over our head. What does that do? Get you a little bit more depth in your drops. Makes it a little bit easier for some of these check down pickups.
And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd and 3. They'll go play action with May. And he'll be taken down. The gain is 6, and it's a new set down. He picked up the first down.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
He's found his receiver, Butte. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. A pickup of 21 on that connection. First down, New England.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
And he won't quite get to the end zone, but they're going to be set up at the 2-yard line. It picks up 25 yards and gives them a golden opportunity. It's 1st and goal.
Sometimes all it takes is that one key block to spring this back. He's just so good in open space. And, man, that was a heck of a run, and it sets up 1st and goal.
Oh, he feels the pressure, and he'll go down back at the 6.
I really like the play call. Sometimes you can catch the defense thinking run, and you can change it up on 1st down and go pass. The issue is, if you're the quarterback, you've got to get this ball out of your hand. It's either touchdown or out the back of the end zone into the bleachers, because you cannot afford to go backwards when you find yourself in a goal to go.
Task a bit tougher as they face 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, here's May. He'll go down. They drop him for the sack on the final play of this 1st quarter. So we are through 1 here on Thursday Night Primetime. It's the Eagles with the early advantage. And we're back to Foxborough in a moment. Time for the 2nd quarter. Patriots with the football, as they will see what they can do with this 3rd and goal. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. To the goal line and in. Hunt Douglas. Touchdown, Patriots.
When you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their 2nd possession.
Now Andres Borregamas for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Patriots will level things out at 7 apiece. We're all tied, 7 apiece, and the kick's away. Here's Smith to return it. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. Devontae Smith and the rest of the Philly offense heading back onto the field. They'll work in a tie game here in the second quarter and get started with 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground with Barkley. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3.
He's brought down at the 31. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
From the 31, here is 2nd and 6. They'll run the draw with Barkley. And this is going to be an Eagles 1st down as the tackle is made at about the 43-yard line.
And a nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, his offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formations, using run game and pass. Unmask the defense and understand where to take the play calling as the game unfolds.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down.
How would you like to be this running back here? You get the ball, you're thinking, all right, get through the line. And next thing you know, the big old D tackle's just waiting for you there in the hole. Nowhere for you to go as he takes you down for a loss.
The 2nd down throw for Hurts. Now a screen set up for Barkley. So he's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Here's Hurts. He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. That's his first reception of the ballgame, and it really comes at a good time as they get the conversion on 3rd down.
1st down, Eagles.
It just seems like whenever they need a big play on 3rd down, you can almost guarantee that he's someone they're going to try to get the ball to, and certainly easy to see why. Clutch play by everyone involved and keeps the offense on the field.
Man in motion is Smith. Play action. Here's Hurts. He'll step up and run. A pickup there of 25 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
This is an element to his game that we don't necessarily spend a lot of time talking about. He's not known as a traditional runner at the quarterback position. But when he has some space like he had here, he is more than capable of not only converting 1st downs, but picking up big chunk plays.
They'll run it here with Saquon. And he will get into the end zone. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles.
Touchdown, Eagles.
You just don't see these kind of holes too often at this NFL level, Mike, and you can see once he got the ball, the clear line to the end zone, he doesn't get touched, and an unfortunate defensive breakdown here ends up costing him 6 points.
Elliott on now for the PAT. He's got it. And the Eagles will move out to a 14-7 lead.
14. Patriots 7.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, Henderson. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. On play action, here's May. That is caught downfield by Douglas. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. They'll have the first down. It's a gain of 28.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Didn't take them long to get now to their opponent's side of the field. I like the idea of starting this drive with some explosive pass plays. That's going to open everything up, both underneath in the passing game and on the ground. So big play to get this drive off to a fast start.
He'll get this out to Henderson. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
We call them safeties because they're usually the last line of defense, but not here. On this play, he's up there at the line of scrimmage attacking the offense, and he takes him down for a negative play.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. Throwing now is May. That's complete to Stephon Diggs. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable 3rd down, getting some good yardage on that 2nd down play.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
He's going to pick up the 1st down and more. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. It's a big hit for the Patriots. 31 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone, and this is where you have to finish drives.
Down to the 4, it'll be 2nd and goal.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and goal at the Eagles' 4-yard line.
Henderson. This defense backed up, but they bring the fire there. Stop him before he can get past the 3-yard line.
It's now 3rd and goal.
3rd and goal. They'll give it to Henderson. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, New England. Taking care of business on the ground to get the score. And, Greg, the big guys up front, they deserve some praise on that one.
Absolutely, Mike. And it really only takes one guy to distort the defense and win his block. But in this case, give credit to the entire unit. They did their job, and they reward their offense with a touchdown.
Borregales now for the extra point. His kick is good, and the Pats will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Now return coming from the 7. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They've been able to move the ball with relative ease their first couple of possessions, both ending in touchdowns, but still they find themselves tied as they start with the ball again here on first down. On the ground, it's Barkley to start the drive. And let's give it about 4 on that one. Christian Gonzalez comes in for the tackle.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5.
From the 32-yard line now, here's 2nd and 5. They'll stay on the ground with Barkley. And he'll be taken down as we tick down to the 2-minute warning. So, 2 minutes to play in a back-and-forth first half. We're back to Foxborough after this. 3rd down, 3 to go. Now, Hurts. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. They get 24 on that one. Good for an Eagles first down.
The defensive line has to do a better job of contain rushing, especially on 3rd down. Like, you can't rush one-on-one. You have to rush as a unit. Keep the quarterback in the pocket, and when you let him get loose, this is what's going to happen.
And they'll take this down inside the 35. That's his 3rd catch of this first half, and good enough for a first down.
You find yourself in these 2-minute drills, Mike. They're pretty critical moments in the game. They go a long way to deciding the outcome, so it makes a lot of sense. You start looking for your top target, and he comes through for him there.
Man in motion is Brown. He's got it at about the 8, and they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10.
First down. 1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
The first 2 drives yielded touchdowns. Now they can make it 3-4-3. It is 1st and goal. He's got it at the 3. New England going to take their 2nd timeout. Stopped with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter.
Receiver just finds himself in a really nice groove, and there's these weird times in the game, Mike, where it just seems like every ball comes your way. Every play they call, you're wide open, and you just find yourself in one of those grooves that athletes talk about. So they got to continue to ride the hot hand, because right now on that field, there's no mistaking who it is.
Saquon. And he's going to go backwards. Taken down at the 6. So the Eagles will use their first timeout here as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From back at the 6-yard line, what can they do on 3rd and goal? Hurts. Forced out wide. Good blocking, and he's in. Jalen Hurts. Touchdown, Philadelphia. His 2nd TD of the game, and this one gives his team the lead. Initially looking to throw it for the touchdown, couldn't find anything, so Greggy takes care of business himself, using his legs for the touchdown.
Well, it was clear early on, Mike, that this defense was expecting the pass, and after matching all the receivers in the end zone, this quarterback realized quickly it was his legs that he was going to need to rely on to get the ball across the goal line.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. He knocks it through, and the Eagles have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. Full time, final minute of this first half. We'll see if they can do anything with this kickoff that is coming their way. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense can see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They're searching here for the tying score, down 21-14. And they'll begin 1st and 10. To throw is May. And it's complete to the sideline. Nice job getting both feet down inbounds.
This is why the timing of these routes is so critical. If that ball is thrown a little bit later, he's unable to keep his feet in bounds, but instead the quarterback is on time and accurate, and the receiver does a nice job not only securing the catch, but ensuring that both feet remain in bounds.
Throwing on 2nd down, May. And it looks like he's going to come up just short of the 1st down. Out of bounds, a yard shy of what they needed. They'll have to pick it up on 3rd down. Working out of the gun. It's May. He's going to have the 1st down. So they convert on 3rd down with a pickup of 9. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their 3rd and final timeout. Clock to stop with 34 seconds to go until the break. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Here's May again. That one taken in by Douglas.
Number 3, Mario Douglas. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at their 49-yard line.
They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. May to throw again. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
It's clear whenever they were trying to set up, it was not going to work. He went through his entire progression, had nobody to throw the ball to, and just kind of surrenders the play and throws it away.
Here now, 3rd and 5. May to the air once more. Could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone, to the downtown Orlando studios. Scott Hansen and crew with you for a short and sweet halftime, as this game's had a little bit of everything to it. We'll find out which side can establish some tempo in the 3rd quarter as we're ready to kick off the 2nd half. Back out to our commentary team, Mike Tirico and Greg Olson.
We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the 2nd half is underway. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Eagles offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They lead by a touchdown as this drive begins with 1st and 10. This is Barkley, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play.
With the struggles they had running the ball in the 1st half, Mike, it makes sense that they're trying here early in the 2nd to get this ball carrier going. But this last run's not going to do him any favors. Another rush, another loss of yards.
Once again, it's Barkley. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6. It sets up 3rd down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 6.
operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. He'll get this one complete to Brown. And they're going to have this all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Big-time play with Hurts and Brown. 41 yards.
A 41-yard gain. And an Eagle first down.
And it's hardly an exaggeration when I say, Mike, that he's probably one of the most difficult individual assignments in the entire league. It's like playing football against that really good kid in your neighborhood. He's just hard to cover, and plays like this, it just shows how special he can be.
And they'll have first and goal. He is down inside the 10-yard line.
That's another Eagles first down.
Well, they certainly aren't wasting any time marching down the field. I mean, you only need one hand to count how many plays they've run, and yet they find themselves first and goal inside the low red zone.
Man in motion is Brown. Here's Barkley. And he will score! Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game.
Patriots 14.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. This one taken at the 7. Yeah. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Patriots offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They trail by 2 touchdowns, so the time is now. Got to get that rally going. It starts with 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's May. This one complete right side. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line. 18 yards. What a great way to start the drive. It's a first down.
First and 10.
Whatever they've talked about in the locker room at the halftime break seems to have worked. They've come out with a new established energy. You could see it when they took the field. Now this offense seems to be building on it because with that chunk play, just a little bit of rhythm that they can build off of. They got a long way to go to get back into this game, but so far off to a good start.
That one good for 26 yards.
First down. First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Off the play fake, it's May. Inside the 10, it is caught. And he's going to be taken down. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
So I really like the decision here that you're going to throw the ball to one of your big tight ends, but it's the personnel grouping that you do it out of. Bring as many big bodies onto the field as possible, stay with the passing game, and you're able to find one of those big tight ends for a first down.
That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be 2nd down.
Well, it's probably one of the most used cliches in football, but I think this is probably the appropriate use of missed opportunity. I mean, he's open in the end zone. All he has to do now is catch it. So that's a play they're going to look back on at the end of this game and say, man, we let that one slip away.
And he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
This defense doing a great job here facing this goal-to-go situation, especially on that last play. 2 stops down, and now the pressure really ramps up for this offense as they face 3rd and goal.
So backed up now to the 8-yard line. It's 3rd and goal. That is caught back quarter of the end zone. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point now for Borregales. It's up and through. And the Patriots are back to within 7. It's 28-21.
Patriots 21.
So following the touchdown, Borregales is back to send this one away. Here's Smith to return it. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Oh, very good field position to start as the return is past the 40. Saquon Barkley and this Eagle offense set to take over again. They'll have very good starting field position as they set up past the 40. Man in motion is Smith. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
So they go with the 1st down run, hoping to just get them some positive yards and get themselves into a good 2nd down situation, but now they find themselves in 2nd and long. So the more you give defenses the opportunity, Mike, to defend you one-dimensionally. So in this case, we're only playing you in the pass. It stresses your protection, it stresses your play caller, and ultimately, it stresses your quarterback.
Number 6, Devontae Smith. It's a gain of 6, and it's 3rd down.
3rd and 7. A shotgun snap now to Hurts. That one caught by Smith. And he is out of bounds. Hurts now Mike Vrabel none too happy with that last decision, and out comes the challenge flag.
Under review.
At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field stands.
So the challenge there unsuccessful, and it will remain a completed pass. They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. On play action, here's Hurts. Open man, downfield, he's got his tight end, Goddard. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. 19 more on that one, and another 1st down.
21-yard line.
Well, so far here today, putting points on the board certainly hasn't been a problem, and plays like that are why. Think about it, Mike. Sometimes you just have to take what the defense gives you and not force something that's not there, and that mid-range pass results in a fresh set of downs.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the Patriots' 16-yard line.
2nd and 5. They'll run straight ahead with Barkley. And the Eagles are going to have 1st and goal. He's inside the 10. Mark him at the 7.
Gain of 10 yards.
The story of this drive has just been their ability to sustain and get fresh sets of down. Now, in this case, after picking up that big gain on the ground, they find themselves 1st and goal.
Ball sitting at the 7. 1st and goal. To throw is Hurts. He keeps it himself.
It's a nice job here defensively. Down here tight, it's easy to be so concerned about stopping the pass that you lose sight of the quarterback when he decides to become a runner. Not the case here. Picks up a little positive yardage, sets up 2nd and goal.
They need 6 for the touchdown. 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Hurts. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
The defensive coaches, they preach all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
So, backed up after the sack, and now it's 3rd and long. Hurts. He'll get that out to Barkley. And he's going to be out of bounds. He is well shy where he needed to get to. It'll bring up 4th down.
Great coverage here defensively. Not only the ability to take away all the end zone targets from the quarterback and force him to check the ball down to the back on the swing, but then also the pursuit to the ball carrier to keep him short of the end zone.
Elliott's kick is good. And the Eagles will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
And back to work goes Elliott after making the field goal. He'll send this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been a nightmare to scheme against throughout this one. This defense has been picked apart. That is borne out in those impressive numbers. He has been terrific all game long. On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. This will be a short pickup to about the 30. John Campbell, first-round pick out of Bama. There for the stop.
In 2nd and 8.
2nd down, 8 yards to go. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. That complete to Henderson. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's 3rd and 2. Out of the gun, here's May. That is incomplete. Great work to get in there, make things difficult defensively. It sets up 4th down.
But here we find the best laid plans sometimes do go astray. Every offense, Mike, what do they tell us? We want to stay ahead of the chains. We want to stay on schedule. This was a 3rd and very reasonable. Incomplete on that 3rd down try. Now brings up 4th and short.
A fair catch signals, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Here comes the Philly offense now as they make their way back onto the field. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. To throw is Hurts. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
So you find yourself playing with a 2-score lead. Of course, it goes without saying, Mike, you don't want to take any unnecessary risks. The primary reads weren't there. Works through his progression. Move on to the next play and just throw that ball away.
2nd and 10. That's Goddard in motion. The RPO, that one is complete, and he can't get away. They rally to the football defensively, bring him down for no gain. It is 3rd and 10. To throw is Hurts. And that is incomplete. Contact occurred just as the ball was arriving. There are no flags. It's 4th down.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with a way to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those into big plays. On 1st and 10, here's May. Has completed to Douglas. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
At the 47-yard line.
This hasn't been his best game by any means, but what I really like, Mike, is regardless of the score, regardless of the time of the game, he is out there battling. He's doing everything in his power to chip away and see if he can get his team back in this game here in the 4th quarter. They've got to find a way to capitalize in this drive. Continue to cut into that deficit. Every possession is critical. Take advantage when you have the ball.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 6. Douglas in motion. On play action, here's May. And this is too far out in front. That one's incomplete. Hunter Henry was the one he was looking to connect with. Now it's going to be 3rd down.
I love that they continue to stay aggressive here, Mike, and that route right there, we used to call it a big 8. It's a deep post route, but the ball placement isn't exactly where it needs to be, and that's a missed opportunity.
A gain there of 15. Good for a Patriots 1st down.
Okay, so now you pick up that first down, Mike, but now there needs to be a sense of urgency. You know you need to score twice. So this one, ideally for the offense, results in a touchdown. But either way, this first score of the two needed needs to be fast, because you need every possession you can here late in the fourth quarter.
And he will score! Game on! Mario Douglas. Touchdown, New England.
Mike, this is a great example of a wide receiver who just truly understands the concept of spacing. When you're open, stay open. If you're not open, get open. And when you can do that and operate in the middle of the field, man, you are such a weapon and a reliable target for your quarterback. It's a great example of it here. He works to stay open, middle of the field, ball's on target. It's an easy touchdown.
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3 of field goals here in the fourth quarter.
Bro, coming slow, 6 racks on a sweater. Think I'm cheating, I'm just chilling with the fellas. Grandma always told me never trust these. Spit 60 racks on a camouflage bells. Two diamonds on me, I'm a blue devil.
So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense starting to trot out for this next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a 1st and 10. The middle with Barkley. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line.
He was brought down at the 28-yard line. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Second down, they need 7. Play action. Here's Hurts. Going across the field on target to Brown. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. That pickup good for 29 yards.
Eagles, 1st down. A gain of 29 yards. 1st down, Philadelphia.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and that's exactly how they're able to pick up this big game.
Can he get away? No! He's going to be taken down behind the line.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up, and he's able to bring him down for a loss.
And he'll be taken down after a gain of 9 and 3rd down. Coming up.
A 9-yard gain on the play. And it's 3rd down.
Hurts. He'll let this go deep for the end zone. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Devontae Smith. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Well, it seems this game is kind of getting to the point, Mike, where it's defense optional. I mean, both these teams are really just having their way with their opponent. They're going up and down the field, and after this long touchdown, yes, this is great if you're a fantasy player, but it's not so great if you're a defensive coordinator.
now for the extra point. The kick is good, and the Eagles will open it up even further here in this fourth quarter.
28.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Patriots offense and Drake May making their way back out. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. They'll begin it on the ground with Henderson. And somehow he's going to get a yard out of this. He fought through that first contact. It'll bring up second down.
A gain of a yard brings up second and 9.
Working out of the gun, it's May. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Things certainly look a little improbable right now, Mike, but I wouldn't say impossible. I think they've got to capitalize on this possession to pick up some points. Every single possession right now is priceless. Points, possessions, and then they got to get some defensive stops.
They'll go play action with May. In trouble, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it.
Throwing on second down. May. He'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
That's a gain of 6. Brings up third and
10. This is a tough spot. Third down and 10. To throw now, May. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
Now or never, they'll throw on fourth down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance, trailing here in the fourth, but they will turn it over on down.
Is a turnover on downs.
The Eagles offense headed back to take over once more. They're going to be trying to play keep away in this situation, use as much clock as possible, up a couple of scores as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And a nice run there on first down, getting 8. Setting up 2nd and 2. The defense uses its second timeout here, and don't forget, clock to stop when we hit the 2-minute warning as well. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. That's Goddard in motion. On second down, Barkley. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. And that's it. The Pats going to stop it here. They'll use their third and final timeout. Talk things over before third down. They'll try to run here with Barkley. First down and more inside the 15. And he's got another one. Saquon Barkley. Touchdown, Eagles. And making a hat trick. That is his third rushing touchdown of the game. A big reason his team is on top.
And so far, Mike, this run game has been the difference, and we're going to see in the second half. Now, can they protect this lead? Because, Mike, that's where a run game has its most value, and so far, this guy's been incredible.
Elliott on now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Eagles tack on one more to their lead.
Patriots 28.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. On the return, Travion Henderson. And he'll bring it out to the 22-yard line. That's where the offense will take the field. Made out on 1st and 10.
Hayes pass. Complete to Stephon Diggs. It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 28-yard line.
They'll come up here on 2nd down and 5. Throwing is made. This is intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell. And he is going to score. A pick 6 for the touchdown.
Number one rule of throwing the ball out to the boundary, Mike, you can't be late with the ball, because when you do, that's exactly what happens. Corner does a great job breaking in front, catches it in stride, and he could have just walked into the end zone. There was nobody in front of him.
On is Elliott to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Eagles are able to extend the lead.
Patriots 28.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. A safe kick taken at the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. So now the New England offense getting ready for their next possession. They'll start out 1st down and 10. now is May.
When a defense has speed to the ball like this group does, it makes these wide receiver screens really challenging because all those fast linebackers and defensive backs that are chasing the ball carrier, the offensive line are the ones responsible for them, and sometimes that's just a speed mismatch, and it can't get out in front.
It is 2nd and 6. Up to the middle, it's Henderson. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 5.
3rd down, they need 5. Here's May, who helps another catch for his favorite target. And great determination as he gets forward and picks up the 1st down.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
To throw on 1st down is May. He's going to take a shot down the field. And penalty flags come in as it winds up incomplete, but no doubt there was contact there. Here we go. One final play. And it's going to be some points here at the finish line. This is a touchdown. It fought to the end, but still will come up short.
At this stage of the game, the score is really irrelevant. You want to try to build something positive towards the end of this game, and I think that score will help do just that.
And he's going to be taken down in the backfield. No chance on that one. 2-point attempt snuffed out. So it's a win here for the visiting Eagles. This was a game where both offenses were up and down the field, marching the ball at will, matching each other point for point. In the end, got a few more defensive stops than their opponents did. That was the difference in this one. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. Good night from Foxborough.